and welcome back to the Wow Embossing YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today with another few Christmas cards. So hopefully get those Christmas cards going because Christmas is creeping up upon us. So I decided today to use these stamps from Lawn Fawn, and these ones are called Simply Celebrate Winter. And I decided to use the little baubles. So I stamped those up 3 times with some Copic friendly ink. And I'm going to be using red, blues, yellows and greens to color these in. So I'm going to do all 3 of these slightly differently so I can, have a similar layout, but, well, at least the plan was to have similar layout on all 3 cards, but just with like a little bit of a different look. But as so often happens in Erica's craft room, things kind of took on a life of its own, and my original plan kind of stopped right about at time where these 3 images were finished colored. Yes, so that happens. Anyway, I made the most of it and came up with 3, in the end, very different but sort of cohesive looks. So I hope you will hang in there and see what they all turned out like. And once I had all these images colored, I then used the coordinating die cuts to cut them all out because, I'm not one for fussy cutting. So if there is a die cut, I will use the die cut every time. And I wanted to use the embossing pen and an array of lovely embossing powders. And in this little tray here, I have my most used embossing powders, which are always on my desk. So it's easy to reach and I don't have to go digging around in my big, massive drawer of every single color possible and glitters and foils, and you have it. So for my first one here, you can see I've used the pen to fill in the little white spaces on the baubles. And the first embossing glitter I'm going to use is actually metallic gold glitter. So this one is, once it's heated up, it's going to be kind of like gold tinsel. And the others, on the others, I decided to do, one is absolutely clear to kind of give the sort of the 3D look of baubles. That plan did not quite work out, so I did end up having to kind of redo that whole thing. But, oh, and a little bit of a cleanup here. A small sort of paintbrush will do the job. Now, here I thought, I'd kind of like cut to the chase because I was going to do these in clear. So I thought this will be brilliant. But it did actually kind of, it made the paper so saturated because I obviously over added the tool. So the colors bled, so I ended up having to redo this piece, but of course I did not realize just how badly it all bled because it kept bleeding after I put it on the card. So there's actually 2 of these on top of 1 card. So on the top one here you can see I've got clear gloss, so that is all going to be shiny, but that one is going to end up being sort of covered up. The second one is metallic gold rich, and this one I love. And this one is gold sparkle. So that's the one like tinsel looking look. So these, the gold metallic rich is one of my must-haves. I use it all the time. If you're looking for a classy gold that isn't like brassy or like sort of too yellowy gold, which is what brassy is, I guess, this is the one for you for sure. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I thought I was showing off the sort of the shine here, but clearly I was not looking what I was doing because there was not even a single reflection in the shine on that one. But I'm hoping you will let me off with that one and kind of, picture it in your mind instead. I thought actually that idea was going to be a lot cooler than it turned out to be, but you live and learn. Or at least I say that all the time, don't I? But I don't seem to do it a lot. This one actually, I think, turned out to be my favorite. Although I did think that this gold sparkle was going to be my favorite because, Christmas and tinsel. It's like, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? So for my background, what I wanted to do was use this gingham background stamp set from Concord and Ninth, including or used with some also Concord and Ninth inks in Christmassy colors. So my first idea was to basically stamp the stamp in ink on a card base, and then I'm going to use the glisten changers to make that sparkly as all get out. Because, you know, Christmas sparkles, yay! So basically the idea is first stamp this image with the ink. So quite a generous, you know, dabbing of the ink, and make sure you stamp that down so you get a really good coverage. But I wanted it to kind of be, shabby chic is not quite the right word, but sort of not like a super duper perfect imprint. And a plane just went overhead. Sorry about the rumble. Right, so this powder here is a 50-50 mix of glisten changer and clear gloss. So you'll get the sort of the shimmer, but with also the gloss. So I don't want to add a color. I don't obviously want it to be white because then it will cover up my colors. So this one is perfect if you're on a bit of a budget, but you're looking to have glitter in colors. Get the changers because you can basically use it over any color ink and you get that embossed color look, but with shimmer. It's brilliant. I mean, look at that. Wow. I mean, when you look at it first, you think, that's pretty nice, isn't it? And then you put the light on it and it just goes off on a whole other level. I love it. I'm obsessed with this stuff. Okay, so this one here, I had the idea that I was going to do like just a strip of this gingham here. But I should probably use my like misty corners because this just did not work out. I did not get a very nice, clear sort of straight line there. So I decided not to use the red one actually. And then I thought, well, am I going to do all these, like the blue and the green the same? I was like, that's a bit boring. So my idea was trim down the green, and put on a white card base. Finish off with the green sentiment and the baubles with the clear embossing. This one, shocker, ended up being my favorite, the clean and simple one. So in order to not waste that blue, even though I didn't end up using the red, I decided to just cut down a panel of the blue and add that to another card base. Or this might actually have been just a panel of cardstock. So I think the red is actually on the back of that. So that's going to get added to a card base. So as I said, shock, gasp, this one ended up being my favorite. I thought for sure the green was going to be my favorite, but hey, there you have it. Right, so that's it for me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. Bye for now.